How's it going, everybody? It's Professor Gnome, and today we're going to be taking a look at Slaking EX, which is a card that I'm personally a really big fan of. I just think it's a ton of fun, and I'm really happy with this set that a lot of, more random Pokemon got some support and got some love, and we saw that with Flygon, and now we're seeing it with Slaking. And this ability of Born to Slack is pretty much irrelevant most of the time, where if your opponent has no Pokemon EX or V in play, then this Pokemon can't attack. But pretty much every single deck in the entire game plays either EX or V Pokemon, or exclusively EX or V Pokemon. So there's not really much they can do to get around this. Think of something like Dragapult, or think of something like Regidrago or Raging Bolt. They all have to play EX and V Pokemon in order to even function. So that's not really that much of a drawback. And then we get the giant swing attack for 280 damage, and then the only drawback is you discard an energy from this Pokemon. That's not really that big of a deal, because when we're swinging for 280 for just 2 energy, discarding an energy really doesn't mean anything, and with our high HP total, we're going to be one-shotting pretty much everything, and there's nothing that can really one-shot us. One of the ways that we're going to facilitate that and make it even easier is we are running the Max Belt that adds 50 extra damage. This means that with 280 plus the 50, there's nothing really that we can't one-shot in the entire game. And on top of that, what we're able to do is also, for some matchups, run Gravity Mountain. Gravity Mountain does affect us because we are also a Stage 2 Pokemon, but with our high HP total, doesn't really affect us as much as other cards. And really, this is just here for the Charizard matchup, where dropping Charizard by 30 HP makes it so we're able to one-shot it with the Max Belt, even if we have a DTE attached. One of the other things that we can actually do is attach the Boomerang Energy, use that alongside a Jet Energy or any other thing that we want to do, whether it's two Boomerang Energies or whatever. Make it so that way, whenever we have to discard an energy, we can do that for free. Make sure that we're not losing the 20 damage from using a double turbo energy. And that can actually help, because if we have the Defiance Band attached, then we're able to do all the same things regardless. Also, because of the fact that we run the Counter Gain, we can also play the Counter Gain down and then use Boomerang Energy, make it so that way we're attacking for 280 all the time without really much issue. This is knocking out just about everything, and then we can also use the Gravity Mountain for things like Dragapult, be able to one-shot them even after the fact of not having any damage boosters and things like that. We are also playing Roseanne's backup. This is Roseanne's backup. I don't know why I call it Roseanne. But yeah, Roseanne's backup. The main reason for this is that it does get us a Pokemon back, which is nice, but mainly what we're really looking for is the energy, the tool card, and the stadium. I really like having Roseanne's backup when we're playing Pidgeot EX as a, support Pokemon, because we can play Roseanne's backup, reshuffle our Max Belt, our Double Turbo, and even a Gravity Mountain or a Pokemon League Headquarters, whichever one is more relevant, and then immediately pick them up with our Pidgeot. So we can reshuffle the Max Belt, go search it, put it back, and just start attacking again and hit it for a ton of damage. So it's really, really useful. One of the other things that we're able to do in this deck is also utilize the regular Slaking, where it has the Slacker's Headbutt or Head Strike attack for 240 damage. And that's a ton of damage, knocking out most basic EXs and Vs, especially too. We can put a Max Belt on that and make it so we're one-shotting things like Palkia or Lugia. And all we have to do is slap down the Reversal Energy, and that's huge. Since we're playing the Reversal Energy, we're also playing the Luxray. You can cut this if you want, but I personally like it just because Lugia is still pretty common. And being able to just throw this down, slap the Reversal Energy, and knock out Lugia is very good, as well as all the Palkia that is running around as well because of the Terrapagos combo. But yeah, that's pretty much the list. The other things that we're running is the Fan Rotom, because it really helps this deck out a lot. We are running Bloodmoon Ursaluna EX as a backup, beat stick as well, but this could also be cut if you really, really wanted to. There's a lot of different ways to run this deck, so I'm definitely curious to see how everybody else is running it and how everybody else is playing it. There's so much variety that can be in this deck in particular, and so many different ways to run it. I've seen people running the A-Spec Grand Tree, and I think that's really good. There's so many ways to run this deck, so it's a lot of fun. But yeah, be sure to let me know what you think of the list and stuff like that. And be sure to let me know what you think or how you would run the list or any changes that you'd make to it. If you want to try the list out for yourself, it's down in the description, as well as a link to the community Discord if you want to join that. And yeah, that's just about it. I want to give a special shout out to the channel members. Thank you guys so much for that. We got a new channel member just the other day. This is the first recording that I'm doing post that like additional members, so I want to say thank you to them specifically. So thank you for that. You know, it does mean a lot, and you know, so shout out to Beedrill King. But yeah, that's about it. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Share the video if there's somebody you think that would benefit from it or is looking for lists to kind of test out. And yeah, that's just about it. And we'll jump into game number 1 in a second. Peace. Alright, we're in game number 1, and we're going to be going second. We have a kind of good setup for it, to be honest, so not really all that bad, obviously depending on our opponent's deck. Though, going into this game, for the coin flip, they had a really cool Suicune coin, and I want to know how to get it. So, if anybody knows, let me know in the comment section down below, because I actually really want to know how to get that. Big fan of the coins. I like card sleeves, cool. Deck boxes, not so cool. But like everything else, like the coins and stuff, really cool. Big fan of those. I'm gonna grab myself one more Slakoth. Place that. Go ahead and place that down. And then from here, I'll go Arven for Nest Ball, Sealstone. That way I can go Nest Ball. Oh, Rotom isn't in my deck. Should have looked in advance, but I didn't. Alright, we'll grab one more Slakoth then. Place that down. We still have Rare Candy with an Ultra Ball, so we're good to go. We can pass our turn. We're assuming we're up against Charizard. But our opponent had a kind of an underwhelming turn, so that's obviously very good for us. What we'll do is go Ultra Ball with probably the double colorless and whatever else we draw, or even the Sealstone, to be honest, since the Sealstone is no longer really relevant to us anymore. Use that to get ourselves Pidgeot, evolve Pidgeot, and kind of go from there. I wonder what they Sealstone for. I guess to make Pidgeot? Weird. I mean, if we can get ourselves into Iono, that actually wouldn't even be that bad. Yeah. I think that's going to be the play. I think we get rid of Sealstone, Slakoth, grab ourselves Pidgeot, go Rare Candy, Pidgeot, the max belt down, quick search, grab ourselves Iono to reset whatever it was they grabbed with the Sealstone. See what we get. Okay, actually not bad. Because it's unlikely, but not... It's not impossible, but it's unlikely that this Slakoth gets knocked out. Alright, so the Iono right away means their hand wasn't very good. Our hand actually was useful, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but getting the Arven works out, along with the Ultra Ball. Grasping draw. Okay, that's kind of nice. So, what we can do here, go Ultra Ball for this. Slaking EX. Make that. And now the question is, do we want to Iono again? Or do we want to bring in Slaking and, like, start attacking? I think what we can do... We'll grab Counter Gain. Night Stretcher. Night Stretcher. Pick up Vigoroth. Place that down. Go ahead and quick search for one more Iono. Place the Counter Gain down. End turn, so we have Iono for next turn. We want them to bring Charizard in first, is like the main thing we're looking for. Energy on the Charmander. What could be in their hand? It's so weird. Alright. I'm gonna go Iono here. Reset our hands again. This is a weird game one. Then what I can do from here, quick search, grab myself a Jet Energy, use Jet Energy, bring this in, go ahead and go for the Great Swing, knock out the Charmander, which is totally fine because of the fact that it just means, like, Charizard is not an option for them. Which is why it was weird that they made that decision. Because on the next turn, if they make Pidgeot, we just boss that up and knock that out right away. And then after that, we just knock out the Lumineon. And if they pop any Dust Noir along the way, that's, like, totally fine with us. That's one Rare Candy down. There you go, Curse Blast onto the Slaking and the active. Which is still fine, because the main goal from this point going forward is just to build up the Vigoroth we have on the bench. To make another Charmander, because we can always use Roseanne's backup to grab the Max Belt again. So I think from here we'll go boss's orders, pull this forward. Quick search, find ourselves one Boomerang Energy, place this down, and go Great Swing. Taking the knockout here. Go ahead and get rid of the Boomerang Energy. Taking 2 prizes. There's our Rotom. Not that we really need that. And then honestly, what we can even do on the next turn is, as long as we can get into, like, a double colorless or something, we'll be able to make the Slaking. Yeah, I think that's going to be our play. We're probably just going to end up ignoring this Charizard, or we just attack into it twice. Like, we make a new Slaking and attack in. That gives us another boss target. There's no way they can't make Charizard, right? Okay. I was going to say, like, it would be insanity at this point. Because depending on what we top deck, we'll bring in the Pidgeot. There's the Tenacity. We'll go Nest Ball for Fezandipiti. I'm going to go Nest Ball one more time real quick just to make sure. Yeah, so we don't have another Boss's Orders in deck, so that's not going to work out. We do still have 2 more Slaking, though, and a backup. So we'll go flip the script here. We do get a Reversal Energy along with our Slaking. We'll make this one. Then what we'll do is go Pidgeot. Go Roseanne's backup. Use that to grab back this, and one more Slaking. That way on the next turn we can Arven, grab ourselves back pretty much everything that we need. We can attach, retreat, bring this in, attack for 280. Put this in range that we will be able to KO it. Pretty much no matter what we run into at this point. Like, if this stays in the active, we have a bunch of other ways to get the KO we're looking for. We can even just go, like, search out double colorless, place it on a Pidgeot, and attack with that. And if they go Dust Noir, okay, there's Prime Catcher, Pidgeot. They can't end on attacking with Charizard is their biggest issue. They have to make a new one right here. Like, their main play should have been to make a brand new Charizard. Retreat this out and then attack. Yeah, but we just got too much of a lead. So we're going to be able to take the win here. Get ourselves another Boomerang Energy. Go for the Great Swing. A little bit weird because both our hands were, like, not very good. And we got into, like, a awkward back and forth over and over again. But it is what it is. We were able to kind of close out the game. And this is an example of where, like, Slaking's ability doesn't really matter that you can't attack unless there's a Pokemon EX or V on the field. Because, like, Charizard doesn't function without one. Where it typically plays Rotom early in order to get cards as Fezandipiti. Charizard EX itself, like, their only real attacker is obviously an EX that even fully powered up can't get past Slaking. And then obviously Pidgeot EX is its #1 like support card. So if that's not on the field, it's really not doing too much. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, we'll jump into game number 2 in just a second, and I'll see you guys there. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 2, and we're going to be going first. We did win the coin flip. Our opening hand isn't really the best, but it's not the worst either. Play these down. We'll see what we get off our top deck. We are up against Lugia, which is not too bad. I think I'm going to go ahead, get rid of these. I could go Fan Rotom, but that doesn't really help me as much. I really just think I want to go Rotom V here. Place this down, attach the Boomerang Energy for the turn, and go Instant Charge. Hopefully we can get like a Rare Candy. Perfect. Rare Candy Sealstone is pretty big. As well as the fact that we do have an Ultra Ball. I'm not at threat of getting KO'd this turn, so that's fine. I'll probably go... I think what the play is going to be is I'm going to Ultra Ball away the Counter Gain. What kind of turn was that? Oh, wow. Top decking into the Pidgeot there is so nice. So we can go Pidgeot, quick search for, we could go Arven. Yeah. We'll go Arven here. Oop, not for that. To grab ourselves the Max Belt, as well as the other Rare Candy we need. Go Rare Candy. We'll hold on to the Max Belt, because again, in this situation, it does not matter, because we one-shot everything regardless. So honestly, we can just use it as like discard fodder at this point. Grab ourselves a Jet Energy. Place that down, bring this in. And then from here, we can just go Giant Swing, knock this out. Get rid of the Boomerang Energy. Take one prize. And from here, when they go Iron Bundle, we'll probably just sack the Rotom. Yeah, and our opponent's just going to go ahead and concede. Very, very, very unfortunate for our opponent. So we'll definitely do one more because that was pretty bad. But it was nice to be able to play out the hand. And, like, that's one of the things, like, one, don't really give up when you open up and your hand just isn't the best. I know right now with the ranked ladder, it doesn't really matter because you don't get pointed regardless. But, like, even if your opening hand isn't the best, there's typically sometimes a way to play out of it. So you may as well attempt to and just make the best plays that you can. Also, the other thing, too, is, like, this deck, like, it only needs a couple pieces to, like, actually function. And as long as you have them, you're pretty much good to go. Like, even if you just have, like, Pidgeot Slaking, you're, like, not even in that bad of a position just because of how much damage Slaking does with so little. And how tanky it is, so, like, it's pretty hard for your opponent to remove. So, it's overall, like, pretty good. Like, that was... We got a pretty good setup out of just about nothing. But, yeah, we'll jump into game number 3 in 1 second. I'll see you guys there. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 3. Our opponent's going first. We are going to be mulliganing this hand away. So, that's nice for us, because that hand was pretty bad. This one is not a ton better, but it is playable. We would love a Nest Ball or something. Our opponent opens up Fan Rotom. We see Duskulls and Hoot Hoot. So we can assume this is like a Terrapagos deck, or Terrapagos. I'm still not, I don't remember off the top of my head how it's supposed to be said. Man, if this Turo scenario was just any other supporter in our deck, it like wouldn't be that bad. Actually, okay, not any other. We don't want Boss's Orders either, but the Colress would be fine. Pretty much everything else would be fine. No, there's an Ultra Ball. We'll grab ourselves Fan Rotom and one Sloth. We'll Fan Call. Grab ourselves 2 Sloth and an extra Pidgey. We'll go Ultra Ball, get rid of this, and the Tauros. Use that to grab ourselves Rotom. Play Rotom down along with one other Sloth. And go Instant Charge. Not exactly what we're looking for, but it's not that bad. If our Pidgey gets knocked out, that's definitely unfortunate, which it looks like it's probably going to. Which is not really what we wanted. I could have played the other Pidgey down, obviously. But we will have access to Fezandipiti. But I assume they're going to use Pidgey to find themselves like a double colorless energy. Use this to find themselves a supporter in the stadium. So our Pidgeot will be delayed 1 turn. Oh, okay, never mind. They're gonna go and knock out the Rotom. Honestly, that's fine as long as we get into Pidgeot. Like, if we can go Pidgeot Slaking on this upcoming turn, we'll be in a really good position. Well, it just depends on if we're able to do that, though. Because there's Noctowl. If they go... We have Ultra Ball. So if we get ourselves into Rare Candy, that'd be great. It looks like they are just going to go Dusknoir, though. So they're probably going to go Dusknoir for 1 Pidgey. And then go Terrapagos, knock out the Rotom V. So we're going to have to rely purely on Slaking. At least for 1 turn, but that does make things a little easier. Like, it narrows down our choices a bit. There's the Curse Blast. Onto the Pidgey like we expected. We do get 1 prize card out of this, so that could actually end up helping us. We'll see. Okay, worthless. Does give us something to discard, though, with the Ultra Ball, so that's, you know, at least something. They get themselves into Night Stretcher. And this is where I assume they'll just quick search for, like, a double colorless energy. Yep. Unified Beatdown for 190 exactly. Which is actually kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, if they didn't get Night Stretcher, they wouldn't even have been able to knock me out there. So they definitely did get kind of lucky. We'll go Sloth here. But mostly because we're in a position where we don't really have a choice anymore. And that works out pretty well for us. We'll go flip the script. Okay, doesn't really matter. We'll play the Pidgey down because we have to at this point. We will go Arven here. This will get us our Rare Candy. And we'll grab the Counter Gain. We'll go Ultra Ball here. We'll get rid of Buddy Poffin. We'll hold on to the reversal energy. I think we just get rid of the other sloth. Grab ourselves the Slaking EX. Go Rare Candy, Slaking. I think in this situation, it's in our best interest to pull this up. Go Boomerang Energy, Counter Gain, and knock out the Pidgeot EX. Take 2 prizes. Put them in a position where they definitely don't one-shot the... Like, they don't have the ability to one-shot us anymore. And if they don't have Noctowl, they can't really break out of this position. And we will still be able to one-shot the Terrapagos after. And since we already have the Night Stretcher, even if they find a way to, like, knock us out, we're not in, like, that bad of a position. Because we can go to, like, Night Stretcher, Rare Candy, pick this back, like, double colorless down, and knock this out. They're just looking for as much damage as possible. Because they have to bring in the next one after this. So I think we just go place this down. Arven for Rare Candy, Defiance Band. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there's nothing that we, like, need to pick up here. So we just go Giant Swing, knock this out. Means they do need to find another double colorless. They have 1 card in hand. They can't use any Duskulls anymore. We do have a Boss's Orders, which is really nice, as well as Rare Candy for, and with an Arven to find ourselves a Ultra Ball. Yep, and that's going to be the game. So our opponent overcommitted a little bit, and this is one of the benefits of going against decks like this. Is like once they overcommitted their resources, they had no hand to work with, so we just sit behind Slaking and just kind of attack away. But yeah, that's going to be an easy game number 3, pretty quick. All the games in this video were kind of fast. Unfortunately, I don't have a ton of time to record. I actually recorded 3 games yesterday, but I wasn't able to upload them because for some reason my mic on OBS got, like, the settings got thrown off, so it didn't actually record the audio. So I have all the random gameplay footage. I might do something with that later. But I'm actually out of time to record because I had made time yesterday, but obviously that didn't work, so I'm kind of like scrambling for time today to try to get this done for you guys. So yeah, sorry about the shorter gameplay than normal, but we are back in Masters tier, so the gameplay should be getting a little bit of, at least a little bit better quality going forward in terms of our opponent. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much. Sorry about the little bit of a shorter video today, but the next one will be a little bit longer, you know, back to our regularly scheduled programming. But yeah, be sure to let me know what you think of the video as well as the deck and all that kind of stuff. Let me know what you want to see in future videos. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching.